library is a place that obviously we're not a business and we're not charging people, and our business is making people happy that come in the door, helping people find a job, maybe even sometimes just get through the day, people that don't have a place to go. But yeah, just being able to be a positive part of people's lives in the community.
We have faxing, we have copying, scanning, we have a notary. We do a lot of help with computers and resume, job searching skills. Right now we have a part-time bilingual librarian on the staff who is increasingly seeing more bilingual Spanish-speaking patrons come in and use her services. We have a digital literacy navigators who come from the Literacy Volunteers of Rochester. We have a literacy aide who is here after school hours to help kids with their homework and to keep them occupied while they're in the library. We have a computer aide who also works similar to the digital literacy navigators.
And, we're friends with most of the community members. They come in, they give you hugs, tell you about how they're doing, ask about their day. Children, ask them how they're doing, ask them about their day. Just letting them know that there is a place in the community that cares about them and that we'll be here to help them when they need that help. In fact, I have this is one of the things I love. There's this boy, and he has caused quite a bit of trouble here at the library.
What age bracket?
He's between, when he started coming, he was about 14. Now he's probably about 16, 17. And he has been asked to leave quite a few times, and there have been times when he was barred. He came in yesterday. Miss Lori, I need to do my community service. How do I do that? It's like, okay, well, here's the application. You need to fill it out and bring it back to me. And I explained the process to him, and he said he's going to do it. And I just love that because it's like the ones that's most people would think would be the worst ones are the ones that always come back. They always seem to turn around, and then even though they've given you a little trouble, they come to you for help because they know that they can.
It's just they have a lot of things on their plate. When you're dealing with a different culture, a different language, and then you're dealing with systems that if you're born here are a challenge to navigate to begin with. That's a lot to take on and a lot to try and tackle. We try very, very hard. We can't always be successful because sometimes those systems are so broken there is nothing anyone can do, but it's one of the biggest things we try and do. Yes.
In the beginning, like when the gangs came in, before they knew who I was, and, what I was about. But the gang members come in now, and you don't even know who they are. Because it's neutral ground right now. And they respect that. They respect me, I respect them. They see my consistency. I show up every day. I'm the same every day. I don't change. Yeah, I care about your life.
Anyone may use any of the libraries in the city. With a library card, you can not only check out books, but books on CDs, graphic novels, manga, playaways, DVDs, Blu-rays, music CDs, records, fishing poles, umbrellas, and charging cables, learning tablets, passes to other cultural organizations, or check out materials from Books by Bike. Postage stamps and notary services are offered at most city libraries. You can have items 3D printed, create videos, and record music. You can create a trademark or patent, sew, have an exam proctored, or receive tutoring. LROC can connect patrons to services and resources including housing, food, clothing, shelter, income, case management, medical care, legal assistance, and even employment. Expert reference for any question you may have is available at all libraries. Free internet access is available at every library. With expert assistance, help with creating a resume, doing a safe internet search, finding lost relatives, getting a job, learning how to shop online, finding an apartment, checking your credit score, or opening a line of credit becomes a lot easier. The libraries are one of the few places to offer task classes for adults, along with ESL classes. The ILS, or catalog, allows people to search via the web for any materials located at any of the libraries within the county. The MCLS website allows people to find any program or service at any of the 33 libraries in Monroe County, while the New Rock Library website focuses exclusively on citywide services offered through the 11 buildings.
The way it works is we have, the 32 public libraries in Monroe County, and they openly share items, amongst one another. So you could go ahead and check out a book from one library and return it from another, or request a book that's at another location and have it shipped to the location within the county that you choose to pick it up from. And we're the ones that make it happen with the sorting of the materials and, the actually moving it from place to place. The books are prepared in boxes and totes, and, the drivers go in every day and pick up materials and then drop off materials for that location. The loads come in totes. A tote is just an open box. Average of about 40 to 45 items fit in these boxes. Yes, we have 3 trucks that cover about 180 miles a day just in Monroe County alone, transporting materials. In 2018, we hauled over 3 million items. On a request, the day we pick it up, it is turned around and sorted that day and delivered the next business day. Volume-wise per day, we're looking at between about 10 to 12,000 items per day. We have 5 part-time sorters that do the actual sorting, and the drivers will also help with the sorting. Because of the high turnaround, our routes, we have 3 different routes for Monroe County. We have east side, west side, and the central city route. We have 3 full-time drivers and 1 part-time driver that assists on the heavy routes and also covers vacations and absences and stuff like that. We try to ensure a continuous flow of materials so that if somebody calls in sick or there's inclement weather or some type of breakdown, there's the flow of materials doesn't stop. All the inter-office mail for the Monroe County Library System in Rochester Public Library. On top of that, because we have other city departments here located in the library, we have the DRIs, and we're going to have the cash office there with the tax help and stuff like that. We have to coordinate all of their incoming U.S. Post Office mail, there's, any of their FedEx, UPS deliveries that they may receive. It all funnels through our loading dock here, and we run the mailroom that takes it, sorts it out, and distributes it out to the individual departments. In addition to the mail, we also handle all of their stock needs.
Stock.
Yeah, so all of
Tell me about that. What do we?
pens, pencils, toilet paper, custodial supplies, any type of stuff they may need. It all comes to Central first because this is where the finance department is, so they handle all the ordering and stuff like that. And this way everything comes to central location, and we turn it right around the day we get it, process it for shipment on the next shipment out to that branch library. And a lot of the town libraries that are out there, especially on the west side of Monroe County, takes a bit to get out to them. So we want to make sure that we get out there still relatively early in the morning, so that when the library clerks come in, they can go right to work, and the load that we brought them is right there ready to get put on the shelf and distributed to their patients.
Let's say I used to work in a manufacturing job, right? I used to clock those hours every day. I'd be in there 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, I'd be watching that clock. I bet you don't even watch the clock.
Never.
Do you? Why?
And the time go by so fast because it's engaging and building relationship. And I like people. Man, I'm looking forward to coming here. I got 2 jobs, Dennis. I drive at night. That's work. This right here, it's not work. Little Mark could come out and play here, right? I can be exactly who I am, all right? Because my friends, they bring out the best in me, and I hope I bring out the best in them.
So in extension, it is essentially what we essentially serve the folks that can no longer come into the library. So we are located behind the scenes in the Bosch and Lahm building, and we actually have our own collection of materials. We have about 24,000 items. We have the biggest large print collection in Monroe County. We also carry regular print, books on CD, DVDs, a variety of kits, and we have a CCTV video magnifier that other MCLS libraries can borrow, and that is something that would be very useful to a person who is losing his or her vision. So in extension, we basically offer 4 major services. We select and deliver books to about 75 homebound individuals across Monroe County. That is actually like a huge piece of what we do. We also provide, hand select and provide rotating collections to about 35 senior living facilities in Monroe County. Also purchase educational materials and periodicals for the Monroe County Correctional Facility. And we go in bi-monthly and kind of like give a presentation about library resources and community resources that will kind of just help people in their process of re-entering society. And then lastly, we provide outreach services to organizations and groups that are kind of in our service population. Like we go out to a lot of senior health fairs and other senior events. We do some stuff with the schools, and Head Starts, and we work with some groups like Pathstone and go out and present.
Most striking would be that we had a large number of refugee families and a lot of people that needed a lot of help and were very poor, and this was a way for them to use computers and to get access to these resources, and also a lot of kids that needed homework and just needed help. Because then sometimes they'll come back and they'll be, going to college, and it's awesome when you get to see that and you remember when they're like this high and they went to college, and it's really wonderful that you get to be part of it. And a lot with the kids too, especially the ones whose families don't speak very much English. We end up filling out a lot of their forms at the beginning of the school year, the emergency contact forms, and whatever paperwork gets sent home. So we do have some staff that speaks that language, which is helpful. But because of that, we get invited to their concerts and the Korean New Year, which is one of the refugee groups. They have a special ceremony, so we get invited to that because a lot of the kids dance and they want us to be part of it. So because of that, then we get to know them, and there's a lot of large families, and then they continue on using the library and becoming lifelong learners.
Citizenship status or a death certificate so they can get a bill off from a family member and they won't keep getting harassed for it. That's stuff that is happening daily.
It's great I love going into the Monroe County Correctional Facility. I know, like, recently when Melanie and I were there, one of the men in the class was like, "Do you guys have to come here? Like thank you, we appreciate it." And we were like, "Oh, we hear a lot of thank yous, which I don't think is super common in the library world. It's nice."